Hey guys, welcome to our Dart programming series. So this is gonna be the seventh tutorial on Dart programming language. You can check out the complete playlist in the link given in the description. And in the previous tutorial, we had covered the topic like what are the logical operators, what are the relational operators, what are the different type of operators available in the Dart. Now in today's tutorial we are going to cover the topic functions or methods. So the question is, what are the methods or functions? And to understand this we will take multiple examples related to our real life and all. So let's get started with the tutorial. As you can see, I have opened a Dart pad on my browser, and I will suggest you also open and do the parallel programming with me. So let's start with the basic definition. What is a function? So a function is nothing but it is a group of a set of code which has to be executed again and again. So it is a group of code blocks which has to be used again and again. So why this is very important? It is very important because we can reuse the same set of code again and again. We can call it anytime, anywhere according to our requirement. Uh, Suppose there is a task where you have to print, hey, this is Mohit, and you have to print this task again and again, again and like 7, 8 times in a whole program. Then what will you do? Will you write print and your sentence? No, you can create a function or method, and you can call that method again and again whenever you have to do your job. Now let me show you the basic syntax of the function. So for that, let's write our main method. This is also a function, this is also a function, main function, which is reserved by our Dart program. Now let's create our own function, which is print hello. Let me write the whole method, then I will explain you the syntax. Now as you can see here, this is the basic simplest example of a function. Here this print hello, it is the name of the function. Void is what? Void is the return type. We will focus it more at the later part of the tutorial, but as of now you can consider this void. Void means it is not going to return anything, so you can ignore this part. We will cover it later. Now inside the function we write our code, whatever has to be executed. So here what we are executing, we are executing a print statement. Now to call this function we have to call it by its name, and here the name is print hello. Simply just you have to write print hello and this brackets, that's all. Now you do the run and it will execute this print statement, whatever you are writing inside your function. Now suppose there are many print statement like this. Now click on the run. Then you will see what? You will see that all the print statements are getting executed as soon as you are calling this function. Now suppose you have to print this thing manually 4 5 times. Then what will you do? Will you do like this? Will you do like this? No, this looks very creepy, very bad, because the code are repeating again and again. So to stop this, we have the function. We can call this function multiple times like this, and now you do the run. You can see all the print statements are getting executed 1 2 3 4 4 times, and the code looks very simple and very pretty. So this is the use of the function. We are reusing the same code again and again. I hope you are getting what is functions now. Let's take one more example to understand it better. Suppose you are going for an interview, and there will be 5 rounds of interview, and in each round of interview you will be asked about yourself. Hey Mohit, tell me something about yourself. And you have to say it 5 times to in each different round of interview. So you know how frustrating that will be. You have to say the same thing again and again 5 times. So in order to do that using function, what you can do, you can create a function and name it my resume. Or here one more thing, the function name always starts with the small case. That is the important point which you have to remember. Now, here you can write about yourself. Hi, this is Mohit. I like coding. Okay. Now you can call this my resume again and again in all the five different round of interviews. So this is cool, isn't it? You are using the same code again and again. You are not writing it. So this is where you are making reusability of the code, which is very important, and you should always reuse the code as much as possible. Now by this we have covered the basic, basic syntax of the function. Now there are little complex as well, and we are going to cover that. You remember when we were writing the syntax, I told you that we will cover the void later part of this tutorial. So this is the time now. I will tell you what does this mean, void. Void is basically the return type of the function. Function can return the data types, like integer, string, list of strings, array, and anything. It can return any data type. So here void means it is not returning any data type. Now let's take an example. You have to create a function which will add two numbers and it will return the sum of those two numbers. Okay, so let's create our functions. This is the name of the method and we are giving add two numbers. Now let's create two numbers as well. Okay, now you have to create a function which will add these two numbers and it will return the sum of those two numbers. Now how will you do it? So you can do this. You can create a new variable sum and you can do sum of number 1 plus number 2, right? That makes sense. Now here you have storing the summation of those two numbers, but how will you return it? Simply you have to write return sum. You are returning this number sum, addition of these two numbers. Now you see the error. The value of type int cannot be returned from a function add two numbers because it has a return type of void. As I told you, void means it is not returning, it is not going to return anything. Now, here the sum is what? Int type. So we have to simply write it int here. Now, what does it mean? It means that this function will return the data type integer. It will return some value in integer like 10, 15, 20, anything. So our method is ready. Now, how to call it? You can call this function directly like what we have done previously. Add two numbers, or else copy paste here the name of the function. Now let's print it out. You can see the result. It's coming 84 and which is true. 44 plus 4040 is equal to 84. That's 100% correct, and we are now able to write the function with return type. Simply you can write it here, string which will return some string value like hey, my name is Mohit. It will return and you can store it anywhere. You can do this thing also. You can create a local variable sum of two numbers and you can store. You can use functions like this as well. Here what you are calling this method. It will return the integer and you are storing that integer in the sum of two variable. Now what you can do, you can simply print sum of two. It will be print 84 84 two times. See, first it's coming from here and second it's coming from here. Now I hope you are understanding what are the functions, what are the basic functions, what are the return type functions. Similarly, we have one more type of functions which is known as a parameterized function. Here what we do, we pass some parameter value to the method. Suppose you have to uh, do this add two numbers for different sets of number, then how will you do? You can do like this. You can pass the parameter here. You can pass the, suppose this is the case. Let me delete some line of code. Now you want something like this. You have to pass the numbers here. hey method just add 2 and 4, you have to do something like this, then how will you do? Suppose now again you have some other calculation, 20 plus 4, then how will you do it? You can do this type of coding using the parametric functions. Here you can define the parameter a and b. Okay, now simply do a plus b, now return the sum. You can you see it? Are you able to understand? No, let me explain you better. So here what we are doing, here we are saying that, hey method, you are going to receive two variables, which will be integer a and integer b. Now what you have to do, you have to add a and b and return their sum. Now, okay, let's write one more method which will return the subtraction of two variables. So how will you write it? First, the return type should be int, then similarly, it will be very similar to our addition. Now you can return directly from here like this. This is also correct. Now let's call that method 30 and 20. Let's run it. So you can see 30, 20, 30 minus 20, it will be 10. So what we are doing, we are saying that hey minus two numbers method, you are going to receive two integer values a and b. Now what you have to do, you have to return a minus b. So this is the method with parameters and the return type integer. Similarly, you can do for multiplication, division and all. And I want you to practice. I want you to pause this video right now, and you can create the method like addition of two numbers, subtraction of two numbers, multiplication of two numbers, division for two numbers, and you can learn many more examples from the Google. Just try googling it and try to learn more as much as possible. And I think that's all about today's tutorial. In the next tutorial, mainly we will be cover the topic class, and that will be the last video of this series. And I hope I'm able to uh, make you understand what is the function. And if yes, then please like the video, subscribe the channel. That's all, guys. Bye bye.